Completely honest and candid with you, Dan. I had a conversation with someone. I won't tell you who it was, but they were saying you need to go get that fight with Terence. And I said, I don't want to be the first guy that he fights, who people consider to be elite. And the reason why is because the worst is more than likely going to happen to him, and then everyone's going to look at him like he's not who he is. Terence Crawford is an elite boxer. He's a great boxer, and I think that you don't want that first showing to be against one of the best elite boxers in the world, and it just happens to be the case with this fight. So, I think that while everyone's like, all right, we finally get to see him against one of the best, they're not going to get what they're used to seeing out of Terence Crawford. I am different. You take a look at any of my fights, literally, and you'll see the combination of and the versatility that I have, and he has not been in the ring with that, and I don't think any of the other guys in the division, the elite guys that I've been in the ring with, they hadn't seen anything like me before, and they never will. I'm one of a kind, and with that being said, you say, hey, what makes you why are you the guy to beat Terence Crawford? No one else has. Well, I am rare. And when you're rare and people who aren't used to seeing what you have and can present, it's hard to adjust to on fight night, So I think that my experiences on top of my skills and everything that I have makes me the guy. I'm gonna say this, and I don't think it's even gonna make a difference, but he's got this rhythm about himself, and he's got, of course, a confidence about himself as well. And that's kind of like where I live. Like, I live in disrupting your rhythm. I live in figuring out what makes you uncomfortable. And it's hard to adjust to on fight night, So when I look and I see the way he likes to move, and I start to not allow him to move that way and disrupt things, he's someone who he's an emotional fighter. He's gonna get uncomfortable, and it's gonna start to fester mentally and emotionally, and it's gonna show up in the fight. Glad that I'm actually fighting in Las Vegas. Moving here, we wanted to live here, train here, fight here, and we have not been able to do that, man. For this to be the big fight that it is, and for us to be doing it right here at home, it means a lot to me. Every fighter wants to be in Vegas, and even though I haven't had very many opportunities to fight here at home, I consider this, for the magnitude of this fight and where it's happening, it's perfect for me, and I wouldn't have it any other way. I think that when I'm looking across the ring for myself, I'm seeing the next best thing to myself, to be honest with you, because you could talk about his skills, you could talk about his speed, his power, his ability to adjust, his ability to box, his ability to counterpunch, his ability to understand what to do and when to do it. I mean, I'm not looking at a mirror. I'm not looking at a mirror image of myself, but at the same time, I do feel like I'm looking at the next best thing out there. I got a feeling the home crowd's going to favor Showtime Shawn Porter. I think that while people have learned Terence Crawford and have grown to know him to be a dominant fighter, I think that people have really taken to my personality, my story, and who I've become to the sport. And I think for those reasons, there's going to be more Showtime fans out there than Bud fans. You know what? I think that somehow, some way, through the 37 fights that I've had, people still overlook some things, some of the qualities that I have. I think that the avid boxing fans, they're like, man, Shawn can win this fight. Shawn does this, Shawn does that. And they got a whole list of things that I can do. But then there's a bigger group of people who are just like, well, this is a test for Terence Crawford. We're going to see what Terence really has. And I don't take it personal, but at the same time, you got to understand that this is more than a test for Terence Crawford. This is, his livelihood is on the line, and everything that he's about is on the line. And with that being said, it's more than the test. And I think that people, that's the question that's really going to be answered there is, I think after this fight, Shawn Porter is going to be looked at as not going to be looked at anymore as that quote unquote test for fighters or a specific fighter. I got here because of my foundation. I got here because I started boxing when I was 5 years old. I started competing when I was 8 years old. I got here because I never stopped. I played football in between. I did some other sports in between, but boxing has always been a part of my life. Anyone at the top of the boxing world, when you take a look at their history, more times than not, they started when they were young. It's something that they've always done. Even when you take a look at Terence, his story is a lot the same. A part of my foundation, I don't know why my dad created this rule, but my dad had a rule: when guys would switch, you jump on them. You don't allow a guy to switch and adjust to now fighting from the other stance. And so with that being the rule of boxing for me at such a young age, that's a part of my foundation. So when you're asking me, well, man, how are you going to handle when he switches? Well, I've been handling that literally my whole life. I'm 34. I've been doing this since I was 6 years old. I've been competing since I was 8. That's a part of who I am. Part of who I am is handling guys when they want to switch styles, or they want to go from being a counterpuncher to being aggressive, and so on and so forth. So here's the thing, man. I'm prepared for everything that Terence Crawford is going to bring on fight night, and easier said than done. But my record speaks for itself. I always answer the bell. I'm always ready. And there's a reason my name is Showtime. I show up on Showtime. I think that all of the talking is just about done. I got a couple of surprises next week I'm excited about. And man, this is basically who I am. And this is what I do. And I'm looking forward to next week. I will also say this. You've never seen Terence Crawford has never been in the ring with the fighter as confident, as poised, and as excited as I'm going to be on fight night. And that is a problem for him. You guys have a great day.
Thank you so much for watching this video, and make sure to subscribe for more videos of your favorite fighters over here on Fight Hub TV, and give us a follow online as well at Fight Hub TV on Twitter and on Instagram. We appreciate it, guys.